Welcome to Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. I'm your host, Jill Jardine, Masters in Counseling Psychology, longtime astrologer, psychic, healer, and yogi. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you Sanskrit mantras for the chakras. You'll want to stay tuned till the end of the episode when I lead you in a lovely guided meditation to connect through sound with the energy centers, wheels of light, known as the chakras. So stay tuned. Hey listeners, I want to tell you about an exciting online opportunity for practical magic interactive training. You can sign up for this week-long training free at www.practicalmagicseries.com/Jill. That's practicalmagicseries.com/Jill. Myself and other leading spiritual teachers are going to teach you on how to use techniques and tools so you can enhance your life with practical magic. Sign up for this free online training and you'll get a week of interactive videos, sharing techniques, giving you free gifts if you sign up, and other goodies. What if you could live in the magic of life and create abundance, freedom, and peace on earth? You can. In fact, leading spiritual teachers, including myself, are teaching you on how to do this on the Practical Magic online interactive training. www.practicalmagicseries.com/Jill. I'm excited and honored to be featured on Practical Magic. I'll be sharing how I use spiritual laws to create the 3D results I desire. In this groundbreaking, mind-blowing event, you will learn how to get consistent physical results from your spiritual actions. Distinguish between your higher self and your ego so your manifestations materialize faster. Clearly see and correctly interpret the results of following your intuition. Trust and courageously follow your intuition. Tap into the divine feminine to manifest from ease and grace. Clear stagnant, stuck energy instantly. Get access to the Practical Magic interactive training here and sign up at www.practicalmagicseries.com/Jill, Jill. Welcome to the episode where I discuss the chakras and the Sanskrit seed mantras to activate them. You're going to want to stay tuned till the end of the episode when I lead you in a guided sounding meditation for the chakras. And I'd like to refer you back to previous podcasts that are there on Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. Chakras, where my guest, Sarah Adams, discusses the chakras. The Sanskrit Mantra podcasts, Introduction to Sanskrit Mantras, Sanskrit Mantras for Prosperity, the episode on Sanskrit Mantras for Love, and the episode on Sanskrit Mantras for Healing. I also would suggest that you refer back to my episode on Kundalini Baby to learn more about this discussion I am going to have with you today. So let's talk about seed or bija mantras. These are simple one-syllable mantras, simply known as seeds or bija in Sanskrit, B-I-J-A. And I discussed them in some of the other Sanskrit mantra podcasts, but I want to emphasize how powerful it is when we chant bija mantras. And there are bija mantras for the individual chakras that activate those chakras and prepare them for handling energy that is processed and used at the chakras. So let me give you a little refresher on what are the chakras. Chakra is a Sanskrit word that means wheel of light. Chakras are vortices which energy flows both in and out of the body. They rotate like a turning wheel, thus they are called wheels of light. There are 7 main chakras in the energy body. Now, you have to know that this is not in the physical body, but they do have correlating glandular systems that connect with them in the physical body, and they are located at glandular centers in the body. But on the energetic level, you can't see chakras in X-rays or through other medical devices. The energy which powers the chakras come from various sources, One being our own Kundalini energy or evolutionary energy, and another is from our inner spiritual force. So you can see the whole concept of chakras is very esoteric, and that it is very powerful in what we call our spiritual physiology or spiritual anatomy. And as I had mentioned in previous podcasts, we have the spiritual physiology coming from the Vedic or yogic tradition of the 7 main energy centers, starting at the base of the spine, the root chakra. The second chakra is located in the navel center. The third chakra is in the solar plexus center. The fourth chakra is in the heart. The fifth chakra is in the throat. The sixth chakra is in the third eye center between the eyebrows. And the seventh chakra is in the crown center, connecting us to source. So we have the 7 main chakras. We also have chakras in our palms, our feet, and there's several other ones throughout the body, but I'm talking about the main ones today. And then we have the 72,000 subtle pathways called the nadis, where the spine, or sushumna in Sanskrit, is the main nadi, or the trunk of the spiritual tree, with the Ida on the left side helping to circulate the energy, and the Pingala on the right, and then 69,000 other nadis or subtle pathways throughout the body. So between these 72,000 nadis and the 7 chakras, we're circulating spiritual energy, Kundalini, life force throughout the body. The chakras can send energy out to others, such as a healer sending their prana or spiritual healing energy out to patients for healing. Chakras also receive energy from outside sources like other people, especially those with strong Shakti or life force, or another word for Kundalini, Shakti, like true gurus and other true spiritual teachers or energy healers. We can cultivate more juice in our chakras by receiving powerful sound frequencies as well, such as shamanic drumming, as I have shared on previous podcasts, coherent music, gongs, as we use in Kundalini Yoga, and I have shared, crystal bowls, Tibetan bowls, Solfeggio Frequencies, Gregorian chants or Tibetan chantings, and of course, chanting Sanskrit mantras correctly. So what else do we need to know about the chakras and the way they work with our subtle energy? People with less developed in their evolutionary growth tend to bring in more energy than they give out. So the chakras are a giving and receiving system. They end up transmitting energy out, but yet we can also receive subtle and healing energies from our environment and from high-level evolved people who run a lot of spiritual energy or Shakti through their body. So in weakness or illness, people will pull energy from more vitalized or developed people. There are people who subconsciously or intentionally suck energy from others rather than to develop their own. Thus the term energy vampires. It's a real thing when people suck your energy. People who are not developed spiritually may be open to negative forces as well. Negative energies can come into their chakras, causing them to feel worse and act in negative ways. Evolved people tend to have more energy flowing out of their chakras than in. Their chakras begin to look like flowers in bloom if you were to see them visually or in your inner eye. And each chakra has a different color too. So adept intuitive types can see the flowering of these different chakras, and they also have different numbers of petals on them. For instance, the crown chakra, called the Sahasrara in Sanskrit, is called the 1,000-petaled lotus, and you can see white lotus-like flowers on the top of the head. Just think of those pictures or those statues that we see of Buddha and the top of his head with all those petal-like lotus flowers at the top of the head, if you ever wondered what that was. So I'm going to go through each of the chakras and their bija mantras when I come back. So before I get to the discussion about the bija mantras and the chakras and activating them with sound, I want to talk about the solfeggio frequencies. Solfeggio frequencies are a spectrum of sound frequencies that originated in ancient practices like Sanskrit mantras and Gregorian chanting. Solfeggio frequencies refer to specific tones of sound that help with and promote aspects of body and mind health. These frequencies are fundamentally used in early Christianity and Eastern religions as chanted by Gregorian monks and ancient Sanskrit rishis. Solfeggio frequencies profoundly affect the conscious and subconscious mind to stimulate healing and promote vitality. There was a very interesting experiment performed in 1988 by Dr. Glenn Ryan to measure the impact of different music on human DNA. DNA vials were exposed to 4 kinds of music with different frequencies: Gregorian chants, Sanskrit chants, classical music, and rock music. By measuring the rate of ultraviolet light absorption, which is an essential function for healthy DNA, Dr. Rain assessed the effects of each type of music. And here are the results. The Gregorian chants and Sanskrit mantras had the most positive effect on healing the DNA by increasing UV light absorption by 5 to 9%. Classical music increased UV absorption for the DNA by small amounts. And sorry, rock and rollers, but rock music decreased UV light absorption and did not help the DNA. So what are these solfeggio frequencies? They make up the ancient 6-tone scale that was used in sacred music, including the Gregorian chants. The chants, like Sanskrit mantras, were believed to impart spiritual blessings when sung in harmony. Each solfeggio tone is comprised of a frequency required to balance your energy and keep your body, mind, spirit in perfect harmony. There are 7 major solfeggio frequencies, and here they are, and their effects, or what kind of feelings can they produce. So the first solfeggio frequency, by the way, they all are on the Hertz scale of vibration. The first solfeggio frequency is 396 Hertz. And this helps to liberate guilt, shame, and fear, and is connected to the base or the root chakra. The second solfeggio frequency, which is connected to the second chakra, is 417 Hertz, which helps in undoing situations and facilitating change. The third solfeggio frequency, which is considered the miraculous, very powerful one, is 528 Hertz. And this can have an effect both on the third chakra and the fourth. It brings transformation and miracles and DNA repair. 528 Hertz. By the way, you can Google these on the internet, on YouTube. They're all over the YouTube, and you can listen to examples of the solfeggio frequencies. The fourth major frequency is 639 Hertz, and this has to do with connecting and relationships, bringing in harmony, harmonious relationships, attract and manifest love, and you guessed it, it connects with the fourth chakra, or the heart. So the fifth solfeggio frequency, which connects to the fifth chakra in the throat, is 741 Hertz, which gives us expressions and solutions, helps us to work through issues, to come to resolution. The sixth solfeggio frequency, which has a connection to the third eye center, the sixth chakra, is 852 Hertz. And this is a return to spiritual order, or allowing things to recalibrate in your life so you're connected to your soul. And then the seventh solfeggio frequency is 963 Hertz, which brings spiritual oneness. So of these frequencies, the 528 Hertz is considered the love frequency, that it is central to the musical matrix of creation. It is called the love frequency and has a connection with the heart chakra. That frequency of 528 hertz on the Solfeggio frequency scale was used to clean polluted waters. And as they applied it in this experiment, the waters of this area went from a murky brown to a clear green. So you see, we can also activate these Solfeggio frequencies by chanting mantras and help repair our DNA and cleanse our chakras. I will share a chakra sounding exercise now using bija mantras for each chakra, so stay tuned. Order some delicious, organic, clean-crafted wines for your holiday and to ring in 2021 New Year. You can order them now at www.scoutandcellar.com/JillJardine. That's Scout, SCOUT, and AND, Cellar, CELLAR.com/JillJardine.
As autumn eclipses into winter, don't you just feel like relaxing in front of the fire on a wintry night with a satisfying glass of wine? But you can't stand the pesticides and fillers you get in most wines? Let me tell you about Scout and Cellar Clean Crafted Wine. Scout and Cellar is organic, clean crafted, and always free of synthetic pesticides, chemical additives, and sweeteners. Scout and Cellar wines come in every variety from sparkling to rosé, whites to reds, in gift sets, cans, and bottles ideal for holiday gifts and celebrating the new year, 2021. Try this delicious and pure wine straight from the grape to your glass at www.scoutandcellar.com/JillJardine.
So now I'm going to go through the 7 major chakras and the Sanskrit bij or seed mantra for them. And then I will lead you in a guided meditation integrating this information for you in a lovely relaxation meditation. So here's what you need to know. So the first seed sound, which is for the base chakra, the base of the spine in Sanskrit, it's called the Muladhara chakra. It has to do with the earth principle, the quality of smell. The bij mantra is Lam. Lam. Sometimes when people chant Lam, a mystic fragrance appears around the same time to let you know of your progress. In fact, some people have reported that they smell sandalwood or rose when they chant Lam, which has a connection too to Divine Mother. The second chakra is called the Svadhistana chakra, located beneath the navel, around the navel center. And this is the second chakra. It is the watery principle. The quality is taste. The bij mantra is Vam. Patience will begin to manifest as well as greater control of appetite and other senses when you chant Vam for the second chakra. The third chakra, which is located at the solar plexus, known as the Manipura chakra in Sanskrit, is the fire principle. The bij mantra is Ram, R-A-M. Meditate on Ram and see a friendly fire that is part of you. When you chant Ram for the third chakra, it will help to balance any stomach ailments and digestive problems will disappear. The fourth mantra for the heart center, known as the Anahata chakra, is activated by the bij mantra Yam, Y-A-M, the principle of air, the quality of touch. Meditate on Yam, and you may hear music or the voices of divine beings. Diseases such as asthma and lung disorders can be greatly helped by meditating upon the bij mantra Yam. So this is good information for people who may be having lung issues or the coronavirus. Chant Yam. The fifth chakra at the throat center is called the Vishuddha chakra in Sanskrit. The mantra is Hum, H-U-M. It is the principle of akasha or ether, the quality of sound. Meditate on Hum, Throat conditions will become greatly aided, and languages will become easy to learn, such as Sanskrit. And then moving up, we come to the third eye center, the Ajna chakra. This has to do with the principle of unity, of the pairs of opposites, the quality of cosmic intelligence. And the mantra for the sixth chakra is the universal mantra, Om. And there is a silence that comes after we chant the sixth mantra's bija, Om, that activates the seventh chakra, known as the Sahasrara chakra, the 1,000-petal lotus. And so we would chant the Om for the sixth chakra, third eye, and then be silent as we activate the crown chakra in the silence. So allow yourself to get comfortable now, and I'm going to lead you in a guided relaxation using these sounds of the chakras, the seed sounds. Welcome to the segment on the guided meditation for the chakras, activating them with the bija mantras. And you can choose to be lying down for this or sitting in a nice, comfortable, easy pose. And just take a moment before we start the process. You'll be listening to the sound of my voice, but also chanting along with me, the bija mantras. So take a deep breath, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, let it all out. And I invite you to take 3 more breaths like that, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, coming into a deeper place of relaxation. And I want you to begin to bring your attention down to the base of your spine, your Muladhara chakra at the root. This area encompasses the base of the spine and the whole area below your navel center, all the way down to your feet. The color is red, and you may put your hands on your lap or on your hips, or just relax them on your lap. And we're going to activate the Muladhara chakra with the bija mantra, Lam. So I invite you to chant with me as we inhale and exhale the sound Lam. Inhale. Lam. And feel some warmth coming into that root chakra. I invite you now to bring your attention to the navel center, the Svadhisthana. You may even want to put your hands on your navel center. You may begin to see a beautiful orange color embrace that area. And we're going to activate it with the bija mantra, Vam, as we inhale and exhale the sound Vam. Inhaling. Vam. Feeling some nice soothing energy come into that second chakra, embraced by the beautiful orange color there. And I invite you now to bring your attention to your third chakra, the solar plexus, putting your hands there. This is the body's healing generator. The color is yellow. And we activate this Manipura solar plexus chakra with the bija mantra Ram. Inhale. Feeling a beautiful wave of yellow energy coming in to your solar plexus as you activate your own solar energy, sending healing throughout the body wherever it is needed. And bringing your attention now to your heart center, the Anahata chakra, perhaps seeing a beautiful green color. The bija mantra is Yam. We'll activate it with sound. Inhaling. Feeling this beautiful green energy flowing into your heart, healing the heart and lungs located there, feeling yourself filling with the love vibration as the heart center is activated, sending that love to all the cells in your body, all the DNA, filling yourself with the love vibration of Yam. And moving your attention now to your throat center, the Vishuddha chakra, the fifth chakra, perhaps seeing a beautiful blue color there. Feel the blue color coming in and healing the throat, the thyroid located there. We activate the throat center with the bija mantra, Hum. Inhaling. And bringing your attention now to the third eye center between the eyebrows, the Ajna chakra, the sixth chakra, and also the seventh chakra at the crown of the head, the Sahasrara crown chakra. We activate these two with the universal mantra Om. The sound frequency of Om opens us to cosmic consciousness, activating the third eye and the crown by the subtle silence, which is still a vibration after the chant. So let's activate the third eye and crown by chanting Om twice. Inhale. And chanting Om again, and then basking in the silence after the sound for several moments. Inhale. And we'll do another practice here. To complete this process, we're going to chant all 6 mantras together and have the silence at the end. This is another way you can activate the chakras. So starting with the root and lam, and it will just be the sounds. Inhale. Lam vam ram yam ham om. Order some delicious, organic, clean-crafted wines for your holiday and to ring in 2021 New Year. You can order them now at www.scoutandcellar.com/JillJardine. That's Scout, SCOUT, and AND, Cellar, CELLAR.com/JillJardine. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. Please remember to subscribe, download, and give us a 5-star review. This is Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine signing off and sending you healing Sanskrit and Solfeggio frequencies through the quantum field.